But you can just like, you don't have to have it on our faces if you don't want. We can just like check out the scenery.
I think that's a good idea. No.
Other scenery anyway, right? All right. So where exactly are we right now?
So we're at the main office building of the City Parks Department.
Okay.
Syracuse. It's our Spencer Street location.
Spencer Street. And what are we going to be walking on right now?
We're heading to the Creek Walk, which passes, in its route from downtown to Onondaga Lake, passes by our office.
Okay.
Here in Spencer. So,
is this the part that's connected to the Inner Harbor right down here?
it is. Yeah, just past Kirkpatrick Street on this side. Is the Inner Harbor and parking lot to that. So right.
All right.
The Creek Walk passes through the Inner Harbor and get right alongside the harbor.
So what do you like about this location?
Oh, just love that it's right now, especially with the completion of the Creek Walk through here. There's so much activity along this route. Working right on the Creek Walk, you see it every day. You see so much physical activity taking place mornings, lunchtime, after work. It's a great location. We're close to downtown. We're getting close to the lake. It's just a terrific part of the city here.
Yeah, definitely. Up and coming, right?
And up and coming, sure.
Yeah.
A lot of development going on.
Yeah. So what's your title with Syracuse Parks? Like, what's your job?
Yep, I'm a program director with the Parks Department. And you're coming up on 15 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And we, as a programming team, we put together programs for youth, in the city. We try to, both in the after-school facilities and during the summer, parks throughout the city. We try to just provide a variety of programs and activities.
How have you kind of developed your idea of inclusion moving forward with your programs?
Okay, I think over the last few years, through our collaborations, our partnership, just our ongoing conversation with the Fitness Inclusion Network, with Move Along, with Cortland, and Inclusion U, and the different resources available through Cortland. We've learned a great deal as a team, as a programming team, and we've been able to use that knowledge, I think, to continue to develop programs that are more inclusive, that are, certainly it's our goal to make sure that our parks programs, our parks facilities are inclusive, that all residents are able to come. We want to be more inviting to everyone in the city, and I think through these relationships that we've developed, we've learned a great deal and been able to move in that direction. And we've had a great deal of training recently for all of our staff. Inclusive recreation, activities specific, but also in development of facilities and
So, done a lot of learning in the past, a lot of trainings up until this point. So, what's the future look like for Syracuse Parks in terms of accessibility and inclusion?
It's exciting, I think. I mean, it's we really feel like we're there's so much more we're excited to be planning, through the knowledge, through what we've been able to learn through our experiences with these different organizations. From a programming perspective in particular, we just met actually today with Jeff from Move Along, and we've set up an entire season, full of programs. We're in the planning stages of putting on our calendar a inclusive tennis program.
Oh, nice! That's awesome.
We're going to do adaptive tennis clinics in the parks. And we're real excited, and we even had conversations with our tennis instructors about bringing everyone together to launch that particular program. Pop-up hand cycle programming in the park. So what's been really interesting and just so exciting is that groups like us Move Along, they've recognized that our city parks are a great resource for everyone, and it really does take some simple methods. It's be simple, sitting at a table for 10 minutes and figuring out, this program would work great here, and
awesome.
And that's what's going to happen, because it really it was and that's really how simply it came together. So we're excited about that. It's we do have a flat space along the perimeter of Barry Park, where a portion of the road has been closed off to traffic. So that's going to be, we think, a great location for a pop-up hand cycle clinics over the summer and into the fall. Yeah, and then our wheelchair basketball program, we've had now 2 seasons of that.
That's a big hit, right?
And it's growing, and the youth from our after-school programs have been participating, and just they look forward to the program. Each week, and we'd like to continue to develop that, perhaps into for clinics for new players, potentially league play going forward. So, but the space is it's begun to be I think recognized as home, a city home for wheelchair basketball.
That's great.
On a regular basis. So those are a couple of new programs that are going to add to, again, we've past 2 winters we've had adaptive winter sports days in the park, and we just want to expand on that. So it's it just all goes back to, we've got some great public space in the city, wonderful green space. And it's just going to lead to just greater usage.
That's great.
We're excited about that.
Awesome. All right, so what are so it sounds like there's a lot coming down the pipe as far as accessible and inclusive activities.
Correct.
What are some of the difficulties that pop up with those, or challenges that you've faced, either getting them set up or getting participants out to them?
I think that's spreading the word right now.
Spreading the word,
making sure that residents throughout the city know now, become aware that these programs are happening, that the space is there. That our public spaces, our public parks are accessible, and now these new programs are certainly we'll hope, but spreading the word, certainly
not just accessible,
generating awareness,
not just accessible, but there's actually things for people with disabilities to do once they get to the parks, instead of just sit there.
Correct.
And I think that was one of the things that my family struggled with a little bit when I was coming up, was I knew I could do all this stuff, but I didn't necessarily know that there were things for me to do out there.
Right.
So I definitely see that as being an issue that we definitely can all work on together.
And we're continuing, perhaps another challenge might be, for our programming staff to, continue to find out what some of the interests are in the community. And, so, we're always looking for ideas, and, we'll certainly continue to encourage residents to come to us with ideas for programs that we might not have thought of yet. But so that's the sky's the limit, I think.
Yeah, definitely.